peaches, 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 peaches. Ah! Oh, yeah! Yeah!
Welcome to the Tulip and Violet Show. I am Tulip.
And I am Violet.
Today, we will be criticizing the 1998 psychological comedy drama film, well directed by Peter Weir, and produced by Andrew Niccol, Scott Rudin, Edward Feldman, and Adam Schrader. The well-known Jim Carrey exceptionally stars as the beloved Truman Burbank. This film also stars Lauren Linney, Noah Emmerich, Natasha McElhone as Truman's friends. Ed Harris also plays a key role as the director of the television show within this movie.
The Truman Show is about a man who lives in a world that revolves solely around him, the making of a popular TV show. A live broadcast of Truman's life is filmed by many hidden cameras, and an executive director, Christof, even alters elements of Truman's life for the audience's entertainment. But as Truman begins to discover the truth and build up much tension through the audience, he has to decide whether he wants to act upon it or not.
Come in, Major Burbank.
He's back to his old self.
Oh my God.
That's an unusual cat, my man.
I hereby proclaim this planet Trumania of the Burbank Galaxy.
Here we have a scene towards the beginning of the movie that shows Truman's true character, and how the audience of the movie and TV show within this movie sees Truman for what he really is.
As a young audience member, I personally found this movie very interesting, but likely to not watch again. The plot is fairly boring until Truman begins to discover the truth. I also expect Jim Carrey to have a goofy role, and since he played a true and normal man, this added to the dryness of the movie. I can, however, understand why more middle-aged adults enjoy The Truman Show for how it represents society and contains a few funny bits. Furthermore, I strongly recommend this film to those that are able to make connections with social issues and comprehend and appreciate the symbolism that The Truman Show represents. A theme to be taken from this is how our society has manipulated individuals and how we have the opportunity to find the real truth and escape the pressures of our modern society. I will say that the highlight of this movie is Truman's decision at the end, but no spoilers from me.
I also thought the first 30 minutes of the story was quite boring and uneventful, but I can say that the plot was quite interesting once Truman started to go into denial. I also agree that Jim Carrey normally has silly and fun roles in movies, and in this he was a bit more of a flat character. However, the plot is full of tension and leaves the audience wondering if Truman will figure it out. The dialogue from the film is convincing at the beginning, but towards the end, we see through the characters around Truman. This kind of adds to the climax and really develops Truman's actions toward the end of the film. Overall, the film shows us just how exposed we are to social media and how it is consuming us without our awareness.
Yes, I definitely tend to agree with Violet on this one. I think a big reason for our agreements is the target demographic, which is not aimed towards us. But there is always a lesson to be taken, and The Truman Show has a great one that many younger audience members need to be reminded of at times.
The target audience is definitely aimed more towards adults and not so much teens. Adults are obviously more mature, so they can grasp the depth of this movie easier. I would not recommend this movie to the younger audience. However, I really like the protagonist, Christof's character. Christof was kind of heartless, but also near the end we kind of see his true love for Truman. He made the perfect bad guy and really ticked my gears as bad guys are supposed to. This made the movie more entertaining for the audience because we are wondering what he will do next. And then here, we will show a scene where Truman begins to discover the truth about his life.
Countdown to action. Stand by, everybody. Stand by one. He's heading west on Stewart. Stand by all extras. Gloria, he'll be on you in about 90 seconds. Pops, make sure the copy's hot. Okay, he's making his turn onto Lancaster Square. Oh my God! He nearly hit Nolan. Something's wrong. Change frequencies.
Ouch. Sorry about that, folks. I guess we picked up a police frequency or something. It sometimes happens, and it can drive you crazy. Okay, it's classical Clive back in here, and we've still got some great music up ahead, but hey.
We see that Truman starts to see how his entire world revolves around him. Jim Carrey does an excellent job of showing Truman to be in denial of this possibility, and begins to show how difficult of a decision he will have to make. We also see an allusion in this scene that references to Burt Lancaster, who is most known for his role in Field of Dreams. Still, I give The Truman Show a 5 Jim Carrey heads out of 10, because I personally found it boring. However, I will still give the movie a 5 simply for the important theme that it portrays. This theme related to society is incredibly relevant to our current lives and will greatly appeal to certain audience members. What about you, Violet?
Well, I'm going to give it 6 Jim Carrey heads out of 10 because it has a great plot and lesson, but a bit of a less engaging start, and I was also disappointed by Jim's character and the lack of humor.
In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Thank you for watching.
And join us next time for